You know, I went out looking for one of these specifically and I found it immediately. This is a 1960s replica of an early 1900s gramophone, possibly made in India. You know, it didn't look like this when I bought it. I took it home and I took it apart immediately. She's come undone. The thing was adorned with this decal and all this crazy trim. It just seemed like it was trying too hard. I really should have took a before picture. Thank you for tuning in to Little Alfred's Dusties.
He's up, he's down, he's all around. Such a miserable man. Out of town, dancing all around. What a miserable man.
So why did I buy this thing? Well, I was looking for something that would play records on the beach. I did get a little bit of action out of this motor. The motor is alive, but I don't want to play with it too much. I gotta take it apart, I gotta clean it. I wasn't gonna do a video on this, that's why I don't have any before footage or pictures, and I'm really kicking myself. I'm not sure what kind of motor this is. I think it may be a Thorens. Always let the tension down on that spring before you start taking apart. Phonograph motors, graphanola motors, gramophone motors, clock movements, let's just say. Somebody put a screw in the spindle and just snapped it off. I still can't get the spindle out because of that burr there from somebody drilling and driving that screw in there. Now I got the parts in a bucket with detergent. I gotta mow the lawn. Someday I'll mow the lawn. I'm so sick of mowing lawns. How many times in your life do you have to mow a lawn? A lot of times when people watch YouTube videos, they say, oh, I don't like it because it's got music in it, or the guy talks too much. Anyone who thinks it's easy to take apart and put back together again, one of these governors, I don't share the same opinion. Look, it's all back together again, though now it's clean. Right now I'm mixing some graphite with green grease to pack that spring barrel. All cleaned and lubed, that is a smooth running motor. That's no Thorens. That spindle doesn't seem to be true. There's a bit of a wobble. That means that the platter's gonna wobble, but I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. You wanna know why? Because at the end of the day, I'm still fantastic. Oh, that's not too bad. I like it. I think it makes it look even old. I just feel like I'm always making some sort of adjustments. Okay, the machine is all put back together and ready. I put a little stain, I put a little polish. These machines have kind of a bizarre history. They're like Frankenstein machines. They're harvested machines. Like they would build the box and then they would need the parts. So they would find other machines to get those parts from. This tone arm was actually cut in 2 different spots and then welded back together again so that it would track from the beginning of the record to the end of the record, which it does, and thank goodness they did a really nice job on that. The motor inside here, I believe that it's from a child's phonograph because the spring is so small. The spring is made to take a needle from beginning to end on a 6-inch record, I believe, not the bigger 10-inch records. So I'm suspecting that we're going to lose power, and I'm hoping it's not too evident towards the end of the record.
Let's find out.
What are we listening to?
We are listening to Two in Love.
Is it
Tommy Dorsey?
Tommy Dorsey.
And his orchestra.
Not Leo Gorsey from the West End Kids. I did not pre-wind it because I wanted to get the full effect here. This has a loud winding mechanism because it's got a tension spring. So there's no clicky clicky.
No clicky clicky.
There's no ratcheting effect on this. And I'm going to wind it all the way up. Winding it all the way up is something I usually never do on these old machines because I don't want to break the spring. But we need to get to the end of that record. Okay.
She's ready.
She's ready, and I'm going to sit that needle right on it as soon as it starts running. Now, I gotta ask you, Did it feel like it lost power? Did you identify with any part towards the end where it may have started to slow down?
I felt like near the end,
Yeah.
some sections, even when he started singing, but then I was like, it sounds fine. It's like it's making you second guess, but no,
Yeah.
it made it through.
I thought so too. I thought it sounded fine all the way from the beginning to the end, and I did hear those little parts in there, but I don't know if it's because the record is so old and how the record was handled for the last close to 100 years, because I didn't own it for that long. It's a combination of things, right?
Yeah. It could be any amount of warped. We can't see it. I can't see it. Looks good. But you can hear those things.
This reproducer was missing when I got the machine, and I reached out to my daughter Raven and I said, Raven, I need you to get me this reproducer I found on eBay, because I don't go on eBay. I don't buy things from eBay because the internet makes me nervous. So she said, you know what? It's my treat, Dad. Don't worry about it. So thank you, Raven. And I think it sounds wonderful. It's a great reproducer.
Totally agree.
It's got great tone and it's strong. And the reproducer came with several needles, so that was a plus. How do you think it came out as far as, well, you saw it.
I did.
I don't have before footage for the viewer here where it had the adornments and the sticker on the front and everything else. They kind of saw it where it's all like, I started sanding it down and trying to get all the gook off from the sticker, which was embedded in there from so many years. But how do you think it looks now as compared to what you saw when I first started carting it into the house?
It is truly night and day. Seriously, better wood finish. It looks professional, really. No one could say, oh, it's Frankenstein now.
Thank you. I think it's attractive. When I saw it in the store, I walked right over to it. There's a reason why I walked. It's a very strange story. I explained in the beginning of the video that I went out specifically looking for one of these machines. Some would call this, I hate to say it, a fake gramophone, a fake Grammy. Some people don't have the greatest things to say about these particular machines that come from lands far, far away. But I wanted to see for myself, and I went out that day to one of my favorite antique stores just to see. I said to myself, if any place is going to have it, this place is going to have it. And you know what? They did not disappoint, and they never do. I walked in and I knew exactly the section it would be in. I went right to that section. There it was. I picked it up. I brought it to the cash register. I brought it home. Started tearing it apart right away. Because these old motors, you don't want to force them awake. You want to bring them back gradually. You carefully take them apart. You carefully clean them. Put them back together again. Lubricate them the right way. And that's how you get them going. Anyway, that's my opinion. This is not an instructional video. That's just what I do.
And it worked.
And it worked. I think it worked. Especially with the spring. If you have a spring that's got old grease on it, and you wind up that spring, it's going to expand, as springs do. It comes away from itself. But that old grease is going to make it stick to itself. And then you're going to hear pops, and the machine is going to jerk as that old grease starts to let go. But when you take them apart, you clean them and you re-grease them, it's nice and smooth, it's clean, and then they can have that even expansion. Mm-hmm. And then you can play the record as it was intended to be played. This was a fun project. Was it a fun project? Do you think I had fun on this project? Do I ever have fun on a project?
Nobody knows. You decide.
Thanks for watching.